How's it going, everyone? It's Mingar. I'm already in a match, but I had a bunch of messages just keep coming in, so I had to stop the recording. It was just too much. But you know what? I'll go ahead and just block notifications so that doesn't happen again. I'll explain the deck afterwards, after this match, and play another one. But this is an original Odyssey deck. But I'm just very excited for the new card because it is internal support to Odyssey. It's an Odyssey card that buffs Odyssey card. We love to see that. And it will buff your Odyssey cards for each Odyssey card you have in your deck by 3, up to a maximum of 10. So at most you can get 30 until play to your Odyssey cards with that one card if you have 10 Odyssey cards in your deck. If you combine that with Cyclopean Isles, then that is a total of 59 until played. Just between two cards, that's 59 until plays. That's pretty good. So we have we are also featuring yeah, there he is. Hippocletus doesn't care. There he, she, I might go with these. It's a statue, you know, it's a statue. We got to activate it in the last game I did, but I will not be able to activate it as early this time. Let's see here. Okay, not bad. We're catching up. I don't want to throw out Trial of Axis. I used Trial of Axis last time as a battery card. We probably won't have to, since we just drew Fatalism. I hope not. Well, I don't know, that's not really too much power. Nah, I really don't have to steal the round. What sucks is that round 5, I'm only going to be able to get Hippocletus buff for the one turn, because he's coming back on the last turn of the game. But more than likely, he will not be played, because I don't think, 15, 30, 45, on top of 50 some, I don't think about 100 or so is going to be the play on the last turn. Look at that big buff, 59 total. Massive. And we just drew Charles Dickens that turn. And we're going to get another 30 until played and another Charles Dickens buff on the last turn. Awesome. The Odyssey deck is actually looking pretty good. It could be stronger though. I have ways to make it stronger because I still have too much energy. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Polyphemus. Polyphemus? I don't know. I'm really terrible with these names. I'm uncultured. Let's see. Ooh. Hopefully we hit Bag of Wind and Cyclops. What? Nice. Oh, we really didn't need it, but they, on point guessing. Do I get an in-game achievement for that? Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and lock another card, throw out Mummy, buff our arts cards. That hurts. That also hurts. What do we get? So we're gonna play Trial of Axes. Draw Charles Dickens. Yeah. Oh, I guess we are playing Hippocletus. $711. Yep. Nice. Good game. If he cycled his cards differently, he definitely would have won that, though. Not gonna lie. If he utilized his buffs a little differently, he definitely would have won. Monospace is a menace. Alright. Well, let's get back into the... I'm in Shark now. Alright, so we have Archangel. For, you know, general, until play, permanent buffs. We like permanent buffs. And Fatalism, of course, paired with Discardes for the, mainly for the Philosophy Arena bonus. But, you know, there are arts cards too. And that is important in this deck because we are running Hippocletus, so we have to run majority arts cards. Which is very easy because this is an Odyssey deck. Cyclops is pretty strong. You can really run him. I remember when I was new, I ran him for like 3 or 4 months. Just because, and I've only been playing since August. So he was a pretty big staple in my decks for a very long time. He just has fairly strong stats. And he debuffs your opponent's legendaries, which is very important, especially when they're running heavy legendary decks, a couple mythics thrown in there and whatnot. I've built a deck where I had 17 legendary cards in there and 1 epic. So it can be pretty detrimental to your opponent if they are running quite a few legendaries and their opponent just so happens to be running Cyclops, you know. 12 until play doesn't sound like a lot, but when it hits like 15 cards, it can be annoying. Charles Dickens, we want him on round 4 and 5, so we have to play him in the left or middle slot on round 4, turn 1, but we have to draw him on that turn, so how do we do that? You want to rotate him on turn 4 of the game. So round 2, turn 1, you want to put him in the right slot, or if you draw him late, you want to play him in the left or middle slot, ideally the left slot, just in case you have to play 2 cards on any given turn for any reason. Him being in the left slot compared to the middle slot will prevent him from being thrown out of rotation and being drawn on the wrong turn. Uh, so but definitely try to play him in the right slot on turn 4. So round 2, turn 1, because that will mean you will draw him on round 4, turn 1. Ah. Then you want to play him in the left slot, ideally the left or middle, on the round 4, turn 1. I'm sorry, I'm talking a little slow. I'm thinking about all these rounds and turns and numbers and. So that is how you will get the maximum bonus from him. That is really the only way, since placing cards in certain slots on the board will means you draw them in a certain order, because the deck is not shuffled. You can cycle your deck, and it's very important. And this card really shows you how well you know cycling, because it's a draw card and it's extremely beneficial. So you will play it in some decks. Oh, so if you can manage to, you know, draw this twice, not twice, gain the benefit from it twice, then you know you have cycling down. Then there's annoying stuff like, what if you have to play 2 cards multiple times? Anyway, Calypso, very good lot card in general. The fact that it's an Odyssey card just makes it better for this deck. So on the draw and return, a random card in your opponent's hand will lock for the turn. It can be very annoying. I don't get hit with it myself often, but the rare occasions that I have, it was terrible, and it messed me up. Cyclopean Isles, of course, for that original Odyssey buff. And then on the, well, actually it's not until played, so the return is irrelevant. There's no other natural monuments in the deck, so just there for the Odyssey bonus. Big buff. And of course this, you want 10 Odyssey cards, ideally. Unless you're doing like a consciousness deck or something. You could do a consciousness deck and run 9 Odyssey cards. 8 or 9 Odyssey cards. Probably 8 or 9. Maybe even 7. Because you might want to fill the other art slots with other cards. Just depends on what you're doing, you know. The science cards could be Brilliant Human Body or Ingenious Inventions or something. Then you could run like pixel art. This is just a really good arts buff. We have only like one non-arts card, Cyclopean Isles. So it's pretty much always going to buff 5 cards in your hand by 24 until played. So that's pretty cool. Mummy just buffs all of your arts by 11 until played. Hurts their legendaries by 20 for the turn. It's okay, but you know, Odyssey card. Sirens, same deal. It's an Odyssey card. It's okay, but it's an Odyssey card. So on the draw, 3 opponents' random cards will lose 5 until played, and this will gain 15 until played. So it's really not that bad. It's pretty good for its stats, actually. It's just not really run in any decks because it's an Odyssey card. And it doesn't synergize with anything. Except for Odyssey cards. But you know what? That is perfectly fine because this deck is nice. And I enjoy it a lot. Bag of Wind will reduce the cost of our Odyssey cards if we're losing the round on the return. It's okay. You know, if we get hit with inflation, it can be pretty important. I don't think we're going to get hit with inflation, but you know, who knows? People manage to make stuff work like every week. And on the draw for Trial of Axes, an opponent's random card loses 40 until played. So 40 is pretty big for an until played bonus, or until played lose effect. That's pretty big, so pretty neat. Odyssey has quite a few interesting cards. It's just that there hasn't really been any real support up until now. But recently they have added two insanely good support cards for the collection, and one of them is internal. So it's very nice. Uh, I've noticed Avid has been adding a lot of cards lately that, yeah, okay, there has been the Romans cards. I don't like Romans, but what, they keep adding them. But it's okay, because they've been adding a lot of other stuff, and that's what I've been wanting for a long time, and I'm happy that I'm seeing it now. They've added stuff for marsupials. They've added stuff for Odyssey. They've added stuff for uh, Around the Reef. Even though it's still not a viable deck, they are adding stuff, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Q. They've also announced that they would be adding different game modes or mini games or whatever the case would be. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. I'm just really excited for the future of Q. I'm hoping the meta shifts a lot. So if you did not notice, there is also now a new counter card to Tiny. It is an unruly ruler. It will increase the cost of their cards in hand for the turn by 2 if they cost 3 or less. And on the return, something like for each card in your opponent's deck with 3 or less space cost, your opponent's remaining cards in hand lose 2 until played. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be like, in most cases, 28 until played, so like a total of 56, maybe. Somewhere around that ballpark. Maybe even more. Just depends on how many cards how much energy is going that week. Because the energy determines whether or not a tiny deck will contain bigger cards like Hierophant and Statue of Liberty and whatnot. Alright. Nice. Drew Fatalism on the Philosophy Arena. Sweet. With Archangel in hand. That's awesome. Sadly, we can't play it this turn, because we're going to play Charles Dickens. Like we were saying, right there, so we can draw it turn 1 of round 4. He meant to intentionally... Yeah, he intentionally lost the turn so he could get that buff on the butterfly, but I'm not sure if he was expecting by how much he was going to lose it. And now he's very far behind. So he pretty much threw away the round. He'd have to surprise me here. Have I just not been noticing he's running a PPT deck? Okay, it's like a rainbow hybrid of some sorts. It's pretty cool. See if we can ping his ocean card if he plays it. I'm going to go ahead and play Hippocletus Doesn't Care, because I know I'm going to win. So we don't want to hold him any longer. Go ahead and play Cyclops. Just cycle our cards out a bit. Maybe we should have played the Sirens. I wasn't thinking about the Bag of Wind ability. I forgot it's if you're losing the round, not just happens. It's pretty good. Never mind. We don't have the life on land debuffer in hand. Nice, nice. We cannot lose this round, or we're screwed. Oh, I just realized he's never actually going to play that Oceans card because it's Comb Sea Star. He's never gonna play it. Oh no. Yeah, my Calypso does nothing to him because the only cards it's going to lock, well, maybe on the draw if I get lucky, but there's still a 40% chance to fail because it's just locking cards he doesn't intend to play because he's getting PPT and I'm losing PPT at the start of every turn because of those cards. Not good for me. Wow. Well, that's not cool. I guess I'm screwed then. I also threw away my battery card. That's not good. At least we got one hit on the Purple Emperor with it. that definitely helps. But sadly, he just got stronger. And I will not be able to debuff it next time around. Sadly, we only get one buff on Hippocletus. Just in case here. Nope. Still winning. It's still a good sign. The negative 47 on my part is really hurting me. That's about, what, 141 damage, I think? Yeah, something like, yeah, 141 damage that I'm not doing now every turn. Or every round, I mean. Let's see what I can do, though. Hope for the best. What would Mummy do? Like a 66? Yeah, it's like 130 something. 137. Lock that arts card, maybe? Alright, I don't know what it is, but I can't. I mean, we still have a chance. We still have a chance. It's not a good one, though. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, I think that's game. We really had to sneak up on him a little more, and he just gained a little bit more of a lead on me instead. We're asking for a miracle. Oh, man. Ah, I didn't think so. Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate. We had an extremely weak start. His deck is not entirely PPT. It's pretty close, but he has it's a little bit of a hybrid. He had more power than me in the first round, and that just messed me up. I was trying to set up and could not win in the process. I'm going to try one more because I don't feel satisfied with 50-50. I want higher win rate. I do enjoy this deck, though. It is fun. I'm probably going to tweak with it more. And I'm not sure if you all have noticed, but I do typically add in the description cards I have substituted after the video was posted. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Oh, it's a bot. That's no redemption. It's fine. I just want to see the deck played more honestly and see what more of it can do. PPT deck, wonderful. But it's fine. It's actually okay, because it's just a bot. And we did get lucky anyway. We did get lucky on a pretty strong start. So I think we would be fine regardless. Yeah. Negative 38 to 3 cards is a pretty good lead. It put me ahead by quite a bit. Boom, boom. Let's go with Trial of Axis. We don't intend on losing at all, because this is a PPT deck, so I'm not worried about any crazy shenanigans. We got lucky on round 1, so I'm pretty sure we're just fine at this point. I really don't know what to do with Hippocletus. I don't want to play it, but... yeah, they didn't even get the bonus from Snow Queen. There we go. Philosophy combo. We still have to be careful, regardless if it's a bot or not. We still have to be careful in round 3, because it's, you know, this is still a beta deck, basically. This is a beta version of a deck. I haven't tested, but what? This is my 4th game with it now. 4th game. And I really don't know how strong it actually is, because I haven't played any extremely good decks. Well, other than the PPT deck. PPT is always good, and will probably always win you games if you can manage to win round 3. And that's why we have to be careful. We have to just get through round 3, because that is the typically the game decider for PPT decks. The last game was a little different. They actually would have lost if we won round 1, because they lost round 4. You typically don't want to lose round 4 as a PPT deck, because most of the time you're losing round 1 and 2. Most of the time. So, we definitely just want to win this round and not go to round 4. Love to see it. Get an extra arts buff. It's like what? 89 total, I suppose. We would have gotten more out of Hippocrates, but whatever. Okay, we just want to win. No crazy shenanigans, please. I think this will just give more. And he played no legendaries. Bad bot. You're not supposed to play the spotted Cuscus. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. The Odyssey deck is a work in progress, but right now it's looking like a fun work in progress. So I will keep you guys updated, and I will probably make another video with Odyssey. More than likely, it'll be a different energy week. But, you know,
take what we can get. I love to say that. You'll have a good day. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.